What's up, everybody? It's Stormbrewer22 here, playing The Hunter Call of the Wild. Today we're going to be live streaming all of the game. Hopefully I'll get to some of the bigger guns like the Rangemaster 338 or the Regent 7mm. I do love to bow hunt. Bow hunting on here is much more efficient than rifle hunting. It's usually a one-shot, one-kill, so I'm going to go to this lookout point real quick, and if I see any more animals, I'll let you know.
Would you look at that view? Never gets old, I'm telling you. From up here, you can see a lot of great hunting spots in the area. Valmont's not only where Hope set up camp, it's also famous for the railroad bridges along the old North Pacific line. Keep an eye out for them if you can in between blacktail hunting. Or, why not use them as vantage points? I once bagged a whitetail from the Runaki Bridge. Be sure to stop by one of the outposts. You can find pretty much anything you need there.
Alrighty guys, we are currently heading to our first outpost. Like I said, I just got this game, so just starting out here. This game is beautiful. I encourage all of y'all to go and purchase this game. It is an amazing game. The graphics are spot on. There's not a lot of glitches with this game. As you can tell, this is a higher budget game, so it's well worth the $30 that it costs to get it. But yeah, man, just let's do it. As you can see, we have 350 meters to go. I'm gonna change that later on. I'm gonna go to yards instead of meters, because yards sounds better. I'll probably change that when I get to this outpost to where I get more ammo. I have $2,000 so far. I need $6,000 for my first bow, and probably a lot more money than that just for the arrows, because the arrows are like $500 a bundle, and there's like 12 or 13. Oh, get my little hidey hole. I might have $3 coming up right here. Come on, you big bastard. I sent him a little booty call, so he ought to be coming here pretty quick. We shall see. Where is the deer? I just sent him a booty call. Like, he should be coming over this hill right about now. Like, what's wrong with this deer? Like, is it taking him longer than usual to walk over here? Where'd he go? He was just over here. What happened, bro? Did you smell me? Do I smell that bad? Like, really? Really, bro? Oh, alright guys, coming up on the first outpost here. As you can tell, there is some sort of cemetery. That's all the animals or all the people I've killed so far. No, I'm just I'm just kidding. Let's see. Third Milan Biss. Third Malin Biss. Are these all the same tombstone? Is this guy buried in with like multiple body parts here? Like obviously somebody just made that one. Is that a what is that? Oh, I got a skill point for that. Cool. There is also skill points and perk points. Skills are pretty basic. It's locating tracks, your visibility in foggy and rainy weather, your track knowledge, health, weather, sound.
Any historical artifacts you
I mean, it's disturbed vegetation, which comes in really handy when you get deer that are hit. You can tell where they go and what vegetation they break and how far they're going to go before they die. The perk points are pretty much for your guns. As you can see, there's rifle perks, handgun perks, shotgun, and archery perks. But I have a skill point that I'm going to spend on locating tracks. And then the next one that I get, because I'll get another one for going to this outpost and claiming it, I'll spend on locating tracks. Locating tracks would probably be the best one for you first off, just to let you know that you can see the tracks and where they've come from and where they're going. So
you won't find a soft bed in many parts around here.
Yeah, man.
Don't forget to
there's
stock up
rifles.
before
The first one that you'll unlock is the 223. The second one you'll unlock is the 270. But as for now, you get stuck with this piece of junk. You can get the 7mm Empress Magnum when you get $36,000, which is really hard to get in this game, unless you just blind fire and get a bunch of kills with like each shot that you. I'm gonna go ahead and get a bunch of bullets here because I don't want to run out. I usually get anywhere from 6 to 7,700 bullets. That way I don't ever run out.
He's been camping out over at Balmont a couple weeks, but coming back last night.
I don't necessarily do the missions. I kind of just hunt and enjoy hunting. But as of now, I'm gonna try and see what deer we can't find over here. I know there's a bunch of whitetail over here. There's a pond right here that, or I guess you'd call it a pond. There's a lake to the left and a pond to the right. I don't know if this is the open field. I don't know if there's any.
Hope showed up here 2 years ago. Said something
It's
about
not looking like there's any deer over here just yet.
I heard he lost his family in an accident while he was deployed overseas.
I do know where there's a bunch of deer,
the poor guy
but I kind of wanted to
I guess out here you
get into the game and get straightforward and to the point. So
not the most cheerful fella, to be honest, but
is that a deer over there? Sure. It is. It is a deer.
Let's find out whoever did this.
I think. We're gonna look real quick. There is different types of binoculars, but this is just what you start out with. Alrighty, so we got 3 deer, 3 does. I don't recommend shooting the does right off the bat, because usually when there's a group of does, there's going to be a buck around the same vicinity as the does. So I usually stick pretty close to the tree line, just because of the simple fact that deer can't see you when you're in the trees. The more you crouch, the less sound you make, so it's kind of beneficial for you to stay hidden as much as possible without making too much dang noise, and I know I'm making quite a bit right now. Just trying to get in a good spot where I can call a deer out and see if they'll even come. Um, there are several different types of deer calls that you can get. I'm going to go ahead and try right here. It does look like we're in range, but I don't necessarily know yet. I might have to move up a little bit. Stay in the bushes as much as possible. They will conceal you pretty well. We're going to give a couple of short calls and see if the deer even move. They might not move at all. I might have to get closer. It isn't looking like right now that they're going to move until I get a little further up there. This is a very time-consuming game. It's very realistic as to the wind and the rain and the bullet placement that you'll have. It does have a couple glitches, like when you look in the ground, but this was too good of a deal to say that there were never any glitches with this game. There were several glitches to begin with, but as you update your PlayStation, it shouldn't be that bad. This is actually still a really beautiful game. Let's see if I can't call these freaking does in. I might be able to from here. Not really 100% sure on that. Just a little background. I grew up on a ranch in Texas. I currently live in North Dakota right now, where it is a chilly 17 degrees, and it is extremely cold. It has snowed already up here. That sucks. We do have one doe coming at us, two does coming at us as of right now. I don't know where the other one is. The other one might be the buck. Let me see if I can spot this buck. Nope, they're all does. Okay. I'm going to try and see if I can't get one over here. Pretty close. I do believe I missed that one. That's a flesh wound. Depending on where you hit this deer, it does take quite a while to track. Bleed rate is a common factor in this game. There could be some instances where you could track this deer for miles and it wouldn't really, it won't ever die. This game is ungodly realistic. I just love the way this game looks. It's amazing looking. To be honest, none of the big game hunter games look realistic at all. Of course, not as realistic as this one. Is that my deer? I don't think that is. Nope. There we go. Alright. There's the sheep. We're going to track this deer until I find it. I don't really give up that easy on tracking. I will usually track it until I find it, or unless I get another shot off. Your heart rate is extremely vital on this game to how steady of a shot you put on a deer. obviously that deer was right on top of me, so I didn't really have a whole lot of time to prepare for my shot, but I was just a little off. Nothing too severe. If I don't find it, I don't find it, but hopefully if I do find it, there's some deer on the way. So if I find any more, I'll let you guys know. Still following the tracks. The tracks, after you shoot a deer and you find the blood, the tracks illuminate to kind of a blue color. The animals that you aren't currently tracking, their tracks turn up white, so it's a pretty good indicator of what animal you're tracking. Let's see where this freaking deer went. It was a very, it says it's a very low bleed rate, which is fine, but it seems that the blood trail has ended somewhere around here, and there's no deer. So, just gonna keep looking for a while. See what we can't see. Hopefully I find this deer. If not, then oh well. I'll hopefully hit another one here pretty quick. Where did this dang deer go? This is weird. Like, it just stops. It automatically stops, like right here. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And it could be that they go a long amount of time without bleeding, especially with a very low blood rate. They don't tend to bleed very much blood, but if you can ever get back on the track and find more blood, you should be able to track it particularly easy. See the resting area here. Resting areas and feeding areas will show up on your mini map. I don't really call that a mini map because this map is so huge. It is ginormous. We're gonna go ahead and fast travel back to this lake. We'll see if anything else traveled over here to this lake. This lake I usually have a whole lot of luck on. We're usually very successful on this lake. There was a deer call over here just now. Let's see if we let's see if we can't call Big Boy in here. It was a male. Actually, it was a warning call. Hopefully I can get it in here within 100 yards. Actually, now that I'm thinking about that, I'm going to go ahead and change it. To change it, go to your game settings. I use a free compass, and all of this stuff is usually on for me, just because I'm a newer to the game. It doesn't look like this deer is going to be coming around anytime soon. He might be on this lake. He might be out in this field. I don't really know at this moment. But if I see anything else, I'll let y'all know. It doesn't look promising. I think that might be a deer. I don't know if The deer made a U-turn, or no, it's just branches. Alright. So, false alarm there. I have had several big bucks over here in the tall grass. The bucks are ultimately smarter than the other sex of deer that they run with, despite what people may think. Not all deer think with their junk, so most deer are usually very smart. There's a couple of does walking over here towards us. Hopefully they can't see me through the brush. I'm gonna get over here where I can get a good, clear, clean shot at these does when they walk around. Hopefully hide here in these bushes and see if I can't get a good, clean shot. There is several deer here. Let's see. Oh, two. Oh my. I am counting 4 deer right here up on this hill. All does, of course. All women, because women run in packs around here. That was rude for me to say, but I don't care. Any women that watch this, don't be offended. I'm actually a really nice guy. I can be, but I can also be mean if that's what y'all are into. I'm gonna go ahead and walk over here, and once I lose sight of this doe, I'm gonna spot her again. There is several coming towards me. Oh, big boy. I'm gonna schlock Big Louie here. Oh my. I think I just saw my first rare buck on this game. Hopefully I get a shot at Big Boy here. If not, then oh well. But I do believe I can get a shot on him. Okay. I don't know where the big one went. There are still several deer around this area. Oh, Big Louie. We're gonna try and not get nervous and go ahead and make this shot. I'm gonna try and call him in. These does are not really communicating, so this mating call ought to bring the male in. This should be the last shot for the video. I will be live streaming again tomorrow. I would like to go ahead and get 3 live streams in this week, if possible. That's roughly 60 minutes of footage, which is fine. Ooh. I don't really want these deer to spot me. These deer are smarter than what you think. There's a little button buck right there. This is what we call them in Texas. These are typically... No, that's Big Louie. Alrighty, big guy. Oh. Alright, I missed. Missed her too. I did schlock Big Louie though. This was a nice deer. I did get a quick kill bonus. I dropped him on the spot. He didn't run. Kind of just laid over and succumbed to his wounds.
Look at that.
My
Your
goodness,
first reserve
what a
trophy.
big deer.
Go
I
ahead,
hit him in the
harvest.
spine. I did get a silver rating, a 100 trophy rating. That is awesome, actually. This 243 does not have very good penetration, so don't expect any double lung shots with this gun. If you do get one or several organs or vital organs, you will kill them on the spot. But I was trying to go for the neck and missed the first time, so I got in the second time. But yeah, man, nice all-around deer. Ultimately, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 point. I shot him at 92 yards. I didn't track him at all. He just laid over, like I said. I got a quick kill bonus, an integrity bonus, and consecutive harvest at 20%. But yeah, if you want to see more killing, tune in to tomorrow's live stream. Thanks, guys. Okay.